Nobody is going to save you because you're pretty. And I know it's probably hard to hear somebody say that in this era of like Tread Wives and Share a Seven, but I need y'all to have some motion outside of your looks.
Okay, unfortunately, ladies, she is right. Like there is no man in this here 21st century that we're living in that is going to save you, quote unquote, just because you're pretty or just because you have a nice body. That is no longer the qualifier for having a man who is going to protect you, provide for you, or really do anything that you want him to do. And I'm gonna tell you, ladies, why. Because just from pure observation of just what I've seen on social media and talking to men and things like that, men don't no longer think the same way that they did. Okay, so back when women used to be able to get a lot just based off of your looks and your body and all of that. Those were back in the days when men really valued women for specific reasons. Okay, so there was a time, not so long ago, but long ago, when men, the reason why they really wanted a woman and or to get married and have a woman and to take care of a woman is because at those times women brought a certain amount of value into their life. Okay, so at those times a woman brought her beauty, her femininity, her ability to take care of the household, and she couldn't really do much outside of that. So everything, her whole value was wrapped up in what she can do for a man. And that was how they lived their lives, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids. Those days are now gone, right? And also back in those days, people were not having casual sex. So now that sex is so easily available to men, they don't really value it like that. Like they're not looking at you like, as a woman, it's like, okay, he's not really looking at you the same way that they looked at women back in those days because they can easily just get sex from anybody. So it's like you trying to throw out the PUSSY at me, or you're trying to act like you hold this intrinsic value based off of what's in between your legs, but I can get that easily. So, we technically shot ourselves in the foot in a lot of ways. We really didn't play the game strategically in the way that we should have played it in order for us to maximize our value as women. So now we're kind of at this point where we really do, as women, have to focus on how we can take care of ourselves, just in case we're not able to get the partnership that I think we're really looking for as women. It's easy to sit up here and say that, well, it's the 21st century and everything's so sky high, so we should all just be ready and willing to, go 50-50 with our man. And but the truth be told is most women, if they had the option to, would not opt for the 50-50 relationship. Most women inherently in our being as women, we want to be taken care of in certain ways, right? We want to provide a certain level of femininity. We want to provide certain things in the relationship, but we want certain tangible things to be provided to us as women. And so you'll hear the Shira Sevens and like the Trad Wives and stuff who are being taken care of. You listen to them and it sounds so good, but the days that we're living in, a lot of that doesn't really apply. A lot of men are not going for that. They're not signing up for that anymore because they don't really see value in women in the same way that they saw it back when our moms and our grandmothers were slaving away in the kitchen and taking care of us and our moms and taking care of all of their kids, and they really didn't have very many options, right? So back in those days, it's like the man was like, all he got to do is go to work, come home, bring home the money, and everything else is taken care of, right? But those days are kind of gone where it's like now everything's so easy. Sex is easy. Women are making more money than men. And guys are probably just looking at it like, well, why should I have to provide anything for you? I don't have to take care of you. Take care of your damn self. Like take, you can provide 50% of everything. You got a job, right? So their mindset is different. It's just and it's so if you're a pretty girl and you're thinking like, oh, I'm pretty, I have a nice body, and blah 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 blah, I should be able to get this. You gonna have to go to school, sis. You're gonna have to get a trade. You're gonna have to do something, because the likelihood that you're gonna find a man that's gonna take care of you, I don't care how young and pretty you are, is pretty much slim to none. And I'm not trying to be negative. That's just the truth.